everybody. It is officially TT. So me and Jay are going for a lap. Yeah. And I'm sure you'll see plenty of bikes about. And we begin. So you'll notice a few changes. The scoreboard has gone and we have been replaced with two big silly TVs, which the scouts are meant to be involved with, but I don't know how that's going to happen. And I'm sure you can see Monster Energy, many bikes, which is awesome. It's definitely TT on the Isle of Man. We'll be pointing out the speed limit changes as we go, whereas normally de-restricted, as you'll see in all other videos, is now restricted 250. I think Jay's excited it's TT. Caught a wheelie. Amazing. So as we make our way below the Dunlop Bridge, see there's a police van already. They are out. They are out with speed cameras and they have stopped people. Yeah, as I was saying, 110. And that was down the Cronkabody Straight, I believe. So usually a part that's de-restricted, which we'll point out later on. Definitely not something you want to get caught out on your holidays. So bottom of Bray Hill here, a cracking spot to watch, and we have been stopped by this red light. Excellent. So as you can see there's a nice big blue sign, police, unmarked motorcycles operating. And apparently Motul has sponsored the TT, if you couldn't tell from all of the signs everywhere. See there's plenty of tents in there, bloody heck. Obviously the bikes come through here much faster. There's a few more bikes and foreign plates I can see already. Nice big and white. I think they are German. Still 40 along here. Again, another police sign. They are on it this year apparently. There are plenty of speed guns out, I've heard. We will try and see some today, so you can all see whereabouts they are. So now into Union Mills, where it does drop to a 30 because it is there's a home zone, and they put some nice signs there to stop people filtering. There she is, there's a Union Mills sign. And the railway pub just down here is another cracking spot to watch from and enjoy a nice pint. And yeah, you can stand up there, enjoy a beer, and you can watch the bikes come flying down and then hooking it around here. It is a good spot to watch from, really. Now, I don't know what's going on with the smoke from this one. Keens, common spot people get petrol. Love to see more bikes. You know it's TT when there are just bikes everywhere. So now as we're leaving Union Mills into Moran, it goes to a 40, and then usually up here it does go up to de-restricted, which I believe they have taken down. So there's another one light box. So usually here it goes to a de-restricted zone. Now obviously it's a 40. Now most of the course is restricted. I believe it's only the mountain that is not restricted, and I think it's only from Gooseneck to Cregner Bar is de-restricted, and it is one way, so you don't have to worry about people coming the other way. But I'm sure there's always one person who manages to get through and go the wrong way of the mountain, which is brilliant. And here's another campsite if you're staying there, or like nice and full. Hello to everybody there. Into Glenvine to a 30. Again, Balagary, also known as Balascary, how quickly they come flying through here. And you may also notice there are a few new patches of tarmac. Got rid of quite a few of the bumps, so there may be some new lines, some new records after everybody's got back into the swing of things, but you can't keep your hopes up too much, as there's been a few years off thanks to Rona, which is dead shit, but we carry on. We're going to enjoy what we have and ride some bikes. So maybe get a bit of a filter here. No. And there is the Cosby pub with plenty of local IM stuff on there. There's Blake. There's Blake again. Look at that. It's almost like we're famous. And once again, coming down here, this 50 limit is usually de-restricted, which is a nice little stint after. So unfortunately we can only do 50 along here, but got to obey the signs. So that's usually de-restricted, that section, and then this section is de-restricted as well, I believe. I may be mistaken, but this lorry here is indicating in, which you've always got to be aware of. Vehicles turning on or off the road. It's not a racetrack, it is a road. And then this is through Greba. So here is the Greba Castle coming up. There it is. There is the castle. So another lovely set of bends to watch from if you manage to get here. There's some scaffolding there that people have erected to watch the bikes from. And we are still in the 50 limit, so these cars are doing 30 for no reason. The Hawthorne, another pub to watch from on the course. There's a few of our stickers scattered around there. I believe that is one right there, that QR code on the lamppost. And then into another 50 sign. Which I also believe is usually de-restricted. Got a few bikes here. So these are coming up to some traffic lights, and as you see from them signs, there is usually a queue. Being on a bike, you can filter sometimes. So there is a little queue, and that shouldn't be too bad. And then we drop into 30 for Balacrane. Now Balacrane onto Glen Helen. Now Glen Helen is usually 50 into de-restricted, but again, all restrictions are gone. So we're into a 50 here. Let this car get ahead so we can do that van get ahead of it, so we might be able to do a bit of 50ing. More police vehicles here again, still in a 50. Over the bridge, which is also a junction, so you can't really overtake here if the cars are going slow because it's a junction and you never know. See, he's doing way over 50, which obviously we're not going to be doing, as we know from a previous statement that there are people, police in fact, and he's a local as well. Okay, now, boys. See, we are doing 30 along here, so there is no reason that you could go past, but again, we're not out for that today. Always drive and ride within your limits. So if that is 40 along here, that is 40 along here. The limit is 50, so if you can go along here at 50, then you can go along here at 50, right within your limits. Don't be complacent. You don't know where the speed limits are, you don't know what's coming ahead, you don't know what's going to come out at you. Always stay optimistic. The Glen Helen 2, cracking corners to watch from. That scaffolding there is a good place, but I do believe it is owned privately by the fellow who owns that nice big house. You've got this Fiesta turning off here into Glen Helen campsite. Wait for him to turn off. There is Lauren. So another 50 sign, so this is coming up towards Crunkabody Straight, I believe it is. There's another sign, electronical flag, if you will. Again, coming from through these 250 signs here is normally a de-restricted zone, but in this case it is a 50. So, and this is where a biker was doing 110 and was stopped. Crunkabody Straight, right down at the end there, clocked at 110 mile an hour. So this is all fresh tarmac here, so this should be a nice quick little section. Still a 50. Again, them bloody bastards for getting rid of all the de-restricted zones. But if you do want to come over here and ride the TT course on open roads where most of it is de-restricted, you come here outside of TT week, it's going to be de-restricted. Mountain road one way, that's always a nice thing to see. And just up here on the right is a brilliant space to watch. The speed that they come through down this tight corner and the dip is unreal. Through Kirkmichael is a 30, it's quite tight, there's usually parked cars everywhere, so you just got to be careful. There's an Austrian car there. Mitre, again, another pub on the course, there's plenty of them, take your pick. So you see here there are plenty of parked cars, so you do have to just either go, move over, or wait for them to go. I have an ambulance here. See plenty of cars waiting to go. Likely people in a rush, and there is a new pedestrian crossing here. So usually with the parked cars, you just got to make sure that there aren't any people there waiting to cross before you go over it. Still in the 30 zone, some couple tents there in that field, plenty of scaffolding to watch the bikes from. Now Ren Colin's up to a 40. And there is a video on the YouTube of a previous year's race from Rencullen that Blake went out to film. Again, another brilliant video. Police officer, they are out and about. Just gotta watch for the bastards. But they're keeping us safe to an extent. They're stopping the people who are speeding, who are riding dangerously. Obviously we want to go back home to our family and friends in one piece after we've thoroughly enjoyed ourselves over this race period. Still a 50, usually the restricted zone, usually pretty good fun as well. Drops down into a 40. And then down into a 30 for Ballaugh Bridge. Which again, if you've never watched from Ballaugh Bridge 4, you seriously need to check it out. Hopefully I'll be up here one day in the week doing some filming up Ballaugh Bridge. And you always have to be careful of the parked cars, because there is a vehicle sales company here that always got cars parked on the road. But as a bike, usually if there's no cars, you can just get down in your lane, nice and easy. So here we go, Ballaugh Bridge. A lot of bikes do get some pretty serious air. So we have got a bit of a clear run now. So 30 through Ballaugh. And then once you're out of Ballaugh, up to 50. Oh, we're there. So wildlife park will be closed over TT. So no seeing the penguins. Through the quarry bends. Which again is a nice road when it is de-restricted. And then we drop into 40s. I believe so, be straight, and I am right, thankfully. Solby stores. If you're in and around the area, you can always go grab a bite to eat, grab a drink, whatnot. And we're back up to 40. So you always got to be careful of the parked cars here as well. And there's a horse. There's a horse. Why there's a horse? I would love to tell you. Hopefully the horse has stopped. I think they have. So we'll try and go past nice and quietly, just to not freak the thing out. That's the last thing we bloody want, is a horse running around on the TT course. Not a clue why there's a horse out, but there it is. So this is coming up to the Ginger Hall. There's usually a couple of campers up here. of gravelly stuff on the outside edge of this corner, so be careful you don't run wide into that nasty stuff. There's the Ginger Hall. There's a food van. Up there's the Green Lane as well, if that's what you're into. And then we are back into a 50 zone. So if you want to come over and experience a de-restricted island, get over outside of TT week. Definitely worth doing. Just can't see past this Land Rover, so I'm gonna wait. So this looks a bit different from a few years ago. They have chopped loads of trees down. Silly Moose campsite, if you're staying here, that's how you get to it. And then we drop back down to A30 through Milton Town. So into Ramsey, it's a 30 all the way through Ramsey until we stop. Or unless you carry on straight through Ramsey and up to the mountain. That's Jay telling me that you need some fuel, so we'll just go to Ramsey petrol station. I could do with a little Tibble, to be fair, if we're going to hit the mountain. Speaking of the mountain, it's been my first one-way mountain on a bike, so we will see how that goes. We'll just take it easy. Obviously I know the road, so there shouldn't be too many issues or dodgy moments, but I'm sure all the people will be riding like idiots. So this is the course direction. At the bottom of here are the traffic lights. The races go right, I'm sure you know. And just on the left here is Ramsey petrol station, where quite a lot of bikes go. So we'll let this taxi out.